everyone. So, I ended up thinking about the question today. At what point do you become a VTuber? Like, what's the threshold that we can consider someone a VTuber at? And I'm not 100% sure, so I wanted to go through my history as a VTuber and my experience with with models, etc., for content creation. And together we can figure out where we think the threshold should be, because I really don't know. So I'm going to explain some thresholds, and you guys tell me where you guys think it counts, because I know where I think it technically counts, but I have a bunch of different thresholds that I think different people might disagree and decide that that's the thing. So, is it the first time you created any content at all with an avatar, regardless of if you actually set the content to public? So that would be this for me, as you can see here. That's June 26th, 2017. For context, Keys and I came out in 2016. So yeah, I was messing with this kind of stuff really early.
Okay, Saruki, so
This was a thing I was showing to my friend Saruki, explaining to her how it works.
Sort of how it works, and I want also your opinion on 3 of these rigs, because I'm trying to figure out my favorite, and I can't.
Anyway, that's 7 minutes long. We're not playing the whole thing. No reason to. But I did sort of make a tutorial thing on how Live 2D worked. So, is that, even though I didn't post it publicly, I uploaded it somewhere, and then some friends used it, does that count me as a VTuber at this point? I don't personally think this does. Alright, so if that doesn't work then, what about the first time that you make a public video with a model? Well, I was using this model, and this was my YouTube announcement video that I was going to go stream some Half-Life 2. This was July 23rd, 2018. Now, I think it would be reasonable to say that you're a VTuber if you posted a video publicly, but this is not where I consider myself starting as a VTuber. Despite the fact that I think you could make the argument that I was a VTuber back in 2018, I personally don't. But...
Hey guys, Pankins27 here. So, as you're seeing this, I'm actually live on Twitch streaming Half-Life 2. I've actually never really played any of the Half-Life games, so I figured I should probably play them at some point. So,
anyway, and then I also, is it the first time you live stream with an avatar? Well, that would be on the same day as this, July 23rd, 2018. Does that count? I don't personally think so, but I think a large amount of people would agree to that. I think people would think that that is a threshold where you could be considered a VTuber. But I didn't call myself a VTuber here. So, maybe, do we count it as the first time that you reference yourself as a VTuber, you're a VTuber? I think that's also a reasonable threshold. So if we look here, the teaser trailer for when I decided to become a VTuber, this teaser trailer was, as you see here, VTuber teaser complete with audio.avi. I was referencing myself as a VTuber at this threshold here. And what day was this? Well, it went live May 21st, 2019. So, that's interesting. Yeah, we can play some of this. This is it's a code-related trailer. So we can, jump forward here a little bit. Super-do. Bring it up here. So yeah, we'll play here for a little bit. It was a fancy little program I coded to be a fun little teaser trailer. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Fancy little typey. And then I switch over to voice here in a second. Communication settings is set to voice.
The tides have turned. I see I'm smart enough to figure out how to modify this system on its own. That's good. Well, I'll be seeing you.
It's quiet, but there is audio there. That thresholds. So I talked in this and all that. So perhaps this is that threshold. I, again, personally don't consider myself this being when I started being a VTuber. There is a date that I've thrown around that I personally think I became a VTuber, but someone could make an argument that it's one of these other days. So, perhaps, then, it is when you start producing regular content for the first time with an avatar. This is the threshold where I personally think I start counting as a VTuber. I think, personally, again, you're free to disagree with me, and we can all come to an agreement. Let me know in the comments where you think you start being a VTuber at. So I personally think that, this is the teaser trailer right here, I personally think when you make your first video and you start doing dedicated content. Now, you guys are probably wondering, hang on, why is that video private? This video is private because at the start of 2020, I panicked and thought all Minecraft content would instantly get struck by COPPA. So I privated every single video on my channel where I did Minecraft content. So that is why this is privated. This was my first video that I actually did with the intention of doing regular uploads. And I have been doing regular uploads pretty much constantly since this time. So that is why I personally think that I became a VTuber on May 26th, 2019. That is the day that I personally consider myself becoming a VTuber at. And you know we're rapidly approaching 2 years, holy shit. So, okay then. So, perhaps you'd say, hang on, that is not a model that is unique to you. That straight up is a character from Azur Lane. And yes, you would be correct.
A lot more of me playing a lot of different games and such. And I do like to be kind of expressive.
Anyway, I'm not going to play this whole video. I think we're going to do a reaction video where I just cringed to my original video nonstop. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see that? Let me know in the comments below. I might unprivate this at some point as well. As long as it's not going to reset that date. I don't know if it will. It probably won't. Anyway. Might release that again. Let me know if you guys want that. So, if you're thinking then, perhaps it's when they have their own unique model. This is the first video where I used my own unique model. This was before I could figure out how to put cat ears on the model. It took me an extra month to get cat ears on my model. But this video here of June 9th, 2019, that is all I'm playing of that. Because we're going to get a copyright on this too. But I did have my own custom model that I built myself in Vroid. And yeah, so this was the first time I actually had my own unique model that only I had. And then soon after, it got cat ears. Because I've always intended to be a cat girl, I just didn't know how to freaking add ears to the model for a while. So, there's that. And I think these are all of the general talking points we can agree on. But I hear you typing in the comment section, I personally think it's when they debut. When they have their debut. And I'm like, yeah. That makes sense for, like, now. But again, I started in 2019, or some could argue 2018. I don't really think you can argue for 2017, but if you want to give it to me, I won't complain. I just don't personally think it counts. So, debuts weren't really a thing. At the most, we had introductions. Like, a fancy debut stream where you just everybody went, whoa, my debut! That was not a concept that we had back in 2019, 2018. Like, that was not popular. That wasn't a thing. I didn't know anybody who did it. We just kind of started, and that's just what we did. So most of us old VTubers never actually officially, quote, debuted. We didn't have a debut stream. We didn't have a fancy debut video. We just started. The most we had is introductions, where you just, like, explain yourself. back on YouTube, that was a thing. VTuber introduction videos. Yeah, it used to be a real popular thing we used to do. I might update mine soon because it's been basically a year since my last one. This was my first one. As you can see here, the model changed slightly to have pink and silver hair. I loved that. That was fun. Actually, I think the model always had pink and silver hair, but for some reason when I loaded it into MMD, the pink went away. Yeah, that's what was happening with that. And then eventually I got cat ears. So, when do you guys think I became a VTuber? And when do we classify someone as becoming a VTuber? I don't know. For the most part, though, this is fun information, I guess, to put in the fun facts about me on a freaking wiki page, honestly. That's about all this video is, as well as talking points for, like, when the hell do we actually consider someone a VTuber? Like, I know that I answer it based on when I committed myself to making constant videos, which is May 26th, 2019, is where I personally consider where I became a VTuber. This is what I call my anniversary, is this day. I don't consider any of these other ones, but again, like, I was doing I 100% did a live stream as a virtual avatar back in 2018. Does that count? I personally don't think so, because I wasn't necessarily me. I hadn't decided on the name Isabella Electrum, but it was still me voice actor on my channel back in 2018. So I don't know. Does that count? Who the hell knows? And I was messing with the software back in 2017. I think this is a stupidly large stretch to call this actually being it. I don't really think that you can call me being a VTuber back in 2017. I don't think that's really adequate to be doing. But again, if you personally think that that counts, then by all means. I just don't really consider it myself. So that's why I'm asking, like, when did I officially become a VTuber? I don't freaking know. There's so many different thresholds. When could it be? I have no freaking idea. Anyway, at this point I'm rambling, and I want you guys to let me know if you want me to react to that video, if you want me to unprivate all of my Minecraft videos, because I have quite a few, actually. I had an entire series with Kyrie. We had a few videos of that. And let me know if you want me to, I don't know, just let me know things. Yeah. Love you guys. Mwah.